Mona said about Pink Face on TikTok yesterday. Who is Mona and what did she say? Mona is a retired 304 that said Journey is bad and sent her to her. She straightened her out. Girl, get your own Journey pie, okay? Get your own. Everybody want Journey pie. Get your own Journey pie. She's not bad. She has a very high IQ. Go look that up. She got an Elon Musk IQ. There's a difference between bad and then there's a difference between high IQ. When you got a high IQ, you just be a little more advanced and you be a little more you just be a little bit more witty, and she's a lot more witty. Okay, that is me all over again.
The internet didn't just react this time. It collapsed into full chaos over a moment that should have lasted 5 seconds but somehow turned into a full-blown debate about parenting, intelligence, and who should have just stayed quiet. Because out of nowhere, a viral tantrum clip hit timelines like a thunderstorm. And instead of fading out like most random moments, it exploded, and right when people thought it couldn't get any messier, Karlissa Saffold stepped in and flipped the entire narrative upside down with just 3 words. She's smart. Now wait, because that right there, yeah, it sent the internet into full meltdown mode because people weren't ready for that kind of response. Not sympathy, not discipline, not even silence. No, she came in defending the situation like it was a misunderstood genius moment. And suddenly, everybody had something to say. On one side, you've got critics acting like they just witnessed the end of civilization, breaking down the clip like it was evidence of chaos, questioning everything from behavior to parenting styles. Meanwhile, on the other side, people backing Karlissa, saying maybe, just maybe, there's more going on beneath the surface than a simple viral moment. And in the middle of it all, Jaidyn Alexis and the situation that somehow turned into a public courtroom where everybody's an expert and nobody can agree on the verdict. Because here's the thing, this wasn't just about a tantrum anymore. This became a conversation about perception, about what people choose to see, about how quickly a moment can go from private to public, and from harmless to headline. Clips replayed, opinions multiplied, comments turned into arguments, and the louder it got, the less clear it became. But just when everyone thought they understood what happened, more details started surfacing, and suddenly, that simple viral moment didn't look so simple anymore. Now let's rewind, because this situation didn't start with Karlissa's comment. It started the second that clip hit the internet. You know the type. A short video, no full context, just enough to catch attention and spark reactions. And within minutes, it wasn't just a clip anymore, it was the clip everyone had an opinion on. The footage spread like wildfire. Shared, reposted, zoomed in, slowed down, analyzed like it was some kind of breaking news event. And just like that, people who weren't even there suddenly felt like they understood the entire situation based on a few seconds of footage. Now here's where things get messy. Because once the clip went viral, the narrative started forming instantly, and not based on facts, but on interpretation. Some people saw it as a normal moment blown out of proportion. Others, they went full investigation mode, breaking down every movement, every reaction, like they were uncovering a hidden storyline. And let's be real, the internet loves a storyline. So naturally, names started getting pulled into it. Blueface got mentioned. Jaidyn Alexis got dragged into discussions. And suddenly, what started as a single moment turned into a full family narrative being debated by people who weren't even in the room. Comments turned into arguments fast. You had one side saying people were overreacting, acting like this was just another example of the internet blowing things out of proportion. Then you had the other side treating it like a serious issue, questioning everything from behavior to environment to what it all might mean. And here's the key detail. Nobody had the full story, but that didn't stop anyone. Because once a clip goes viral, the truth doesn't matter as much as the perception. And perception? That's something the internet builds on its own terms, at its own speed, with its own version of reality. Meanwhile, the silence from the people involved. Oh, that made everything worse. Because when nobody immediately steps in to explain, the internet fills in the blanks, and usually not in a calm, reasonable way. It fills them with assumptions, exaggerations, and just enough drama to keep things trending. And just when the situation hit peak speculation, that's when Karlissa stepped in. Not with a long explanation, not with a breakdown, just a statement, short, direct, unexpected. And somehow, that made everything louder. The second Karlissa said she's smart, the timeline didn't just react, it detonated like someone dropped a match into a room full of gasoline. Because now the conversation wasn't just about the clip anymore. It was about that statement, that interpretation, that unexpected defense that nobody saw coming but everybody had an opinion about. Half the internet hit pause like, wait, did she just say that? The other half, already typing essays in the comments like they were defending a thesis. And just like that, the narrative split into two completely different worlds that somehow existed at the same time. One side immediately backed Karlissa. They framed it as perspective, saying intelligence doesn't always look polished, that behavior can be misunderstood, that maybe people were too quick to judge without context. These were the y'all don't know the full story defenders, and they were loud about it. The other side, oh, they were not having it. They took that statement and ran with it like it was the most controversial take of the week. Memes popped up instantly. Reaction videos flooded timelines. People sarcastically calling everything smart behavior like they just discovered a new category of chaos. And let's talk about the memes for a second, because those came in fast. Within minutes, people were editing the clip with dramatic soundtracks, captions, exaggerated commentary, turning the situation into something that felt less like reality and more like a scripted scene from a Zeus Network episode that got way out of hand. But here's where it got deeper, because once the jokes faded, the debates got serious. People started questioning parenting styles. Others brought up past situations. Some even tried connecting this moment to a larger pattern, building narratives that stretched way beyond the original clip. And suddenly, this wasn't just viral content anymore. It was discourse. And the more people talked, the more complicated it got. Because for every argument, there was a counter-argument. For every opinion, a rebuttal. And nobody was backing down. Even influencers jumped in. Some tried to stay neutral, playing both sides like commentators in a championship debate. Others, oh, they picked a side and stayed there, doubling down in ways that only made the situation louder. And just when it felt like the conversation reached its peak, another detail surfaced. Not big, not dramatic. But enough to shift the energy again. Because now, people weren't just reacting to what they saw. They were questioning what they missed. And that's when the situation went from chaotic to completely unpredictable. After all that noise, you'd expect things to calm down, right? Yeah, no doubt, because instead of fading out like most viral moments, this situation evolved. The loud reactions turned into quiet observation. People stopped shouting and started watching. And that shift, that's where things get serious. Because once the chaos settles, what's left behind is interpretation. And now, every move, every post, every caption, every reaction started getting analyzed in real time. Not for entertainment, but for meaning. Because suddenly, people weren't just reacting to a moment, they were trying to understand it. Karlissa stood firm. No backtracking, no clarification that changed the message, just consistency. And that alone, it kept the conversation alive longer than anyone expected. Because when someone doesn't adjust their stance under pressure, it forces people to either accept it or challenge it even harder. Meanwhile, public opinion stayed divided. Some people moved on, treating it like just another viral moment that got blown out of proportion. Others still locked in, still debating, still trying to piece together a bigger picture from smaller details. And that's when things took a turn, because Behind all the noise, a new narrative started forming. Not based on the clip, not based on the statement, but based on the reaction. Because now, people weren't just talking about what happened, they were talking about why it mattered so much. Why a short moment triggered such a massive response. Why a single sentence caused this level of division. And here's the twist nobody expected. The situation itself wasn't the biggest story anymore. The reaction to it was. Because what this moment exposed wasn't just opinions, it exposed how fast perception can turn into reality online. How quickly a narrative can form without full context. And how once it does, it's almost impossible to control. Which means this story, it doesn't end with a clip. It doesn't end with a statement. It continues. Every time something similar happens again. And trust me, it will. Now don't sit there like you don't have a take, because I know you do. Everybody watching this has already picked a side in their head. So go ahead, drop it in the comments right now. Was Karlissa right? Or did that statement just make the whole situation messier than it needed to be? And don't be shy, this is your moment. Debate it, break it down. Say what everyone else is thinking but won't type. And while you're at it, smash that like button like it owes you money. I'm talking no hesitation. Full power, because you already know we're bringing you the chaos, the breakdown, and the drama before it even fully settles. If you're not subscribed, yeah, that's risky, because the next viral moment, the next unexpected twist, the next internet meltdown is coming. And when it does, you don't want to be the one catching up late while everyone else is already reacting in real time. Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications. Lock in, because here, we don't just talk about the drama. We live in it. Celeb SYNC, where every moment turns into a headline.